Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Today I'm going to show you how to get this look right here using products which are $1 or less than $1. I purchased all these products from the dollar store and I will give you the scoop on which products worked out for me, which products surprised me, and which products didn't make the cut. So if you want to look expensive on a budget, please keep on watching, and if you haven't already subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to start with my brows. For that, I'm using the ColorMate's brow palette. And here there's just two colors. So obviously I'm going to be using the darkest color because my brows are so dark. And as much as possible, I'm going to use the brushes provided within these palettes. If there's no brush, then I'm going to use my own. With this, I'm going to fill in the sparse areas of my brows. I absolutely love this palette because it is so pigmented. But even the darkest color is a dark brown, which is not a close match to my brow color. So if you have brown brows, go for it. Otherwise, it might look a little bit odd. To clean up the borders of my brows, I'm using the e.l.f. concealer. There was a whole section of e.l.f. products that were just $1. This is actually a concealer and a highlighter, so there's two sides to it. I'm going to use the concealer to draw around my brows just to clean up, and if there's any small sparse hair, it's going to cover that up as well. I'm going to bring this down to my lids as well, just to even out the skin tone before I apply any eyeshadows over it. From the Profusion palette, yes, there was just one Profusion which was broken, but I still bought it because it looked unused. I'm going to use this bone color on my lids to set the concealer just so it doesn't start creasing. I'm going for the kind of look with sharp edges, so I'm going to use Scotch tape on the sides of my eyes. From the same palette, I'm taking this light brown color as my transition color, and I'm going to be using this in the outer corner as well as the crease using my Sigma E40, which is a large blending brush. But there was zero pigment. There was basically no color on my lids, so I decided to go back to my brow palette and I took the lighter color from it and I used that as a transition color and it worked out perfect. This color turned out a little bit more warmer than I expected, and I was looking for more of a brick brown color. So I decided to use a blush on top of this, and I had bought the ColorMate's blush and I just blended it on top of this to get the color that I wanted. Next, I'm going to cut my crease, and for this I'm going to go back to my e.l.f. concealer, but I'm going to be using the highlighter side this time. It has no shine to it and it's lighter than the concealer, so I like it as a base because I would imagine that the pigments that I use on top of it would show up more, so I'm going to use that to cut my crease. I'm going to lightly diffuse the edges using my pinky finger. From the ColorMate's palette, this is an all shimmer palette. There's no matte eyeshadow in here. I'm taking this white color to set this highlighter. And on top of that, I'm going to be using a gold pigment from the LA Colors eyeshadow palette. I know the ColorMate's eyeshadow palette also had a gold, but I had bought 3 different palettes and I just wanted to use all the 3 in this tutorial. This is one of the products that absolutely shocked me. This is probably my favorite from all of the dollar products that I bought. The pigment payoff was unbelievably amazing. You can compare this to any of the high-end products and it was just $1. Next, going back to my ColorMate's palette, I'm taking this bronze to blend out the gold with the colors in the outer corner. Going back to my brow palette, I'm taking this dark brown color one more time with a small definer brush to define my cut crease, and then I will blend it out with the rest of the transition color. Next, I'm using this gold glitter liner to define my cut crease line. This does not have a name to it, so I don't know which brand it is from. It only said fashion on top of the box, and it really doesn't have a name inside. This is another product that pleasantly surprised me, although it doesn't have a name. The glitter was very fine and it's very comfortable on the lids, but only thing is I had to go over it a couple times to really see the glitter, which is okay. And I really like this product. They didn't really have any face primers at the store, so I started looking for moisturizers and face creams instead. And I found this Dermasil Labs oil-free daily facial cream with vitamin E. I think the vitamin E part really attracted me to it, so I'm going to use this as a primer. I took the tiniest bit, and when I applied, it was like, oh my god. I thought at this point I spoiled my makeup and I couldn't go any further other than washing my face off. But then I just kept massaging it in and everything was absorbed in the skin. For foundation, I'm using the Sassy Chic foundation. There were just two colors, light and medium, so I ended up getting the medium. I'm going to apply this right in the center of my face using a brush, and then I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. To conceal and highlight, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. concealer again. I'm going to be working in sections, starting with under eyes, and then I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. Although I was so excited that I found e.l.f. for $1, I was not happy with the product. It's a very thin product, and for concealers, it has to be thicker. To set this concealer, I couldn't really find a translucent powder or a loose powder. Instead, I found a Johnson's baby powder for $1, so I will be using this to set the concealer just so it doesn't start creasing. Next, I'm going to highlight the other high planes of my face, including the jawline, my nose, as well as forehead. Using the LA Colors pressed powder, this just came in one color, I'm going to be setting the entire face. To avoid any fallouts that can ruin my makeup, I'm going to dust more Johnson's baby powder under my eyes, so in case there's any fallout, I can easily dust it off later. First, I'm going to be taking this dark brown color from the brow palette, and I'm going to be using this to smoke out my lower lash line. To tightline my waterline, I'm using the ColorMate's eyeliner pencil in black. These were two for $1, so they're actually 50 cents each. To line my top lash line, I'm going to be using the waterproof black eyeliner from ColorMate's. It has a small mirror in the back. Not that I'm going to use that mirror, it's too small, I can barely see myself, but I thought I'll let you guys know. So in case you're traveling or you're on the go, maybe it'll help, you never know. Just so you guys know, this does not dry out matte. It will have a shine to it, and me personally, I'm not a fan of eyeliners with a shine. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. For mascara, I'm using the LA Colors Bold Lash Mascara. When I actually pulled out the brush from this, there was barely any product on it, and it really didn't do much of a difference to my lashes. But this is the only mascara that I had from the store, so I'm going to use it anyway. And for lashes, I'm using these lashes. They don't have a name to them again. It just said lashes. It was two for $1, so it's again 50 cents. Although it looked very pretty at the end, it was so hard to put it on. I had to try at least 3 times before I got it on. These are very stiff and uncomfortable. They didn't really have anything to contour, so I'm going to be using a bronzer to contour my face as well as a bronzer. This is from Beauty Benefits. For blush, I'm going to be using the ColorMate's blush once again. Because there were no illuminators or highlighters, I'm going to be using this white shimmer eyeshadow from the Color Mates palette as my highlighter. But this is too light, so I'm just going to be using it on my brow bone, in the inner corners, as well as tip and bridge of my nose. And for lips, I think I hit a jackpot. This is called Red Carpet from e.l.f. And here's the completed look. Let me know your thoughts on this look by commenting below, and don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this tutorial. And if you want to watch more affordable makeup tutorials, do let me know in the comment section below as well. As always, I've listed all the products that I've used in today's tutorial in the description box right below this video. Also listed there are links to my social media accounts. Make sure you're following me there on Facebook as well as Instagram. And if you plan to recreate this look, don't forget to tag me so I can come by, say hello, and sometimes I also end up featuring your pictures in my Instagram stories. I hope you had a good time, and I will see you again next week with brand new tutorials. Bye guys.
I said let me stay a while.